I was very fortunate to go back to Iceland, this time with my daughter as she's older. And we're using the Ear 2S, DJI Ear 2S, to track us as we walk towards arfoss. I think I said that as best as I could. I'll put it up on the screen right about there. And I'll also include at the end of the video, I'll put the timestamp up in a second. How I set this up on the Ear 2S. I'll put it up right about here. And so I moved it a little bit higher because I don't I don't think the drone does well with little twigs and branches. But I still wanted to use it to track us, and I like how it could follow us without much fanfare. So basically, I'm just holding the controller in my hand and I track myself, and we're walking towards the waterfalls. I did wish that I used um, better settings in the video. I used a lot of auto settings. So you'll see the light change a little bit, but it was overall uh, yellowish hue or golden hour, as they would call it, I guess, because it was close to sunset. And you will see the light change, but I still think it's beautiful. Almost look unreal. The mountains off in the distance, but it's gonna get even better with the waterfalls. Right, you can almost see the opening in between the land there, the little chasm. We'll get to it in a second. I love these trips because when we both get older, we can look back on a video like this and just have some memories of what it looks like. So I also have one small footage of the waterfall. This is right before the sun dipped behind one of the mountains. You can see the waterfalls off there in the distance. It doesn't look like much. It looks more like a river. But as you'll see in the second footage in a second, it is enormous, and there's a huge cleft right in the middle of the river. I guess that's what would qualify to be a waterfalls, I think, but it's much bigger than it appears. That structure off to the right is a bridge. You'll see it in the second video also. And another photographer was there, much more skilled than I am. And he got a fantastic shot of the sun off to the left using a narrow aperture, and he got the sun stars, and he also used a graduated filter, graduated ND filter, and it just looked fantastic. I was so jealous, but I congratulated him, obviously. And I tried to get it, but then the sun was behind it. I wanted to come back the next day, but then it was cloudy. So it's just how it is. But it just inspired me to get even better. I wish I got his Instagram handle so you guys could see it, but it looked fantastic. I'm not sure if you'll see this video. Probably not. Doesn't matter. But if he does, it'd be great if he posts the link to his Instagram so people could see that awesome shot that he got. But yeah, that's the waterfalls right there. And you can kind of get an idea of the scale of this thing. Because on the bridge to the right, there are people standing on it. And as we get closer to the waterfalls, you can see how small we are compared to this body of water. All right, so the next clip coming up in about 5 or so seconds. For some reason, the drone stopped tracking, but here you can see how huge this is. And off to the right, I'm not sure if you could see, let me pause this. You can see some people off to the right, two little kids, not kids, as tall as I am, off to the right there. And that gives you an idea how large this thing is. All right, so just to show you how the focus tracking is set up in the Air 2S, if you're in 5.4K, it won't allow you to do it. It will give you an error message that says unable to use focus track in current recording setting. And if you switch it to different FPS, say from 24 to 25 to 30, it will be the same error message that you'll get. So it only works in 4K. So once you switch it to 4K, then you can just click active track there on the left. And as the object moves or you move, then the drone will track you.